Ladies and gentlemen, I've always opined on this platform severally that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, and that everything in politics is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. Nothing in politics just happened for the sake of it. In December last year, William Samoei Arap Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya, appointed Mary Wambui, or call her Wambui Waruto, as the chair of the board of the Communications Authority. That appointment, in my view, was intended to achieve a specific political objective. And that objective was achieved yesterday when Ezra Chiloba was actually fired by the same Mary Wambui Waruto as the Director General of the Communications Authority. Communications Authority plays an integral part and role in our electoral system. Let me just brief you a bit for those who might not know. The Communications Authority is the body that actually makes the political decisions on internet, radio, TV stations, and airwaves in general. This country is full of propaganda and communications. You remember what happened at the Bomas of Kenya, where some media houses were announcing certain results. You know, it's very, very important. And they also, number two, Communications Authority also play the key role in elections in terms of deployment of the 3G network's connectivity. That 3G network is what is normally used by IEBC on the elections day to relay results. And there is no way William Ruto was going to allow any other person to chair the Communications Authority. And that's why he has placed Mary Wambui in that position. And there was no way Ezra Chiloba was going to stay in that office. For those who follow the politics of this country very closely, Ezra Chiloba was appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of IEBC in 2015. And in 2017, Ezra Chiloba delivered the presidency to Uhuru Kenyatta and William Samoei Arap Ruto. In fact, if there's any single individual who delivered the presidency to Uhuru in 2017, that individual was none other than Ezra Chiloba. And of course, in 2018, there was the handshake. And after that handshake, we all know what happened. The IEBC commissioners had to resign. And of course, Ezra Chiloba, as the CEO, also was forced to resign. And to the surprise of majority of Kenyans, in September 2021, just a few months to the election, Uhuru Kenyatta appointed Ezra Chiloba as the as the Director General of the Communications Authority. Those in Azimio raised concerns. But because Azimio believed that Uhuru was with them, that noise never reached far. But I don't want to get into that as at now. I want to give you the real reason why William Ruto has actually kicked out Ezra Chiloba from office. Because according to the communications by Wambui Waruto, Ezra Chiloba has been kicked out. And by the way, he has been kicked out based on an audit that was ordered by Wambui Waruto. According to the information which is available, Ezra Chiloba has been kicked out because there was an audit which was conducted, and that audit found Ezra Chiloba to have some conflict of interest, and that he approved his own mortgage. And that Ezra Chiloba also paid some 25 million to a company which he owned. But still conflict of interest, and that there was some gross misconduct for negligence of duty. That Ezra Chiloba actually cleared some staffs of Communications Authority who were living, but they still had some loans. So those are the reasons which have been given. But for me, those reasons cannot be the basis of firing Ezra Chiloba. So I want you guys to take some popcorns, or you can grab some coffee and pay very close attention to the real reasons why Ezra Chiloba has actually been kicked out. And by the way, the moment Ezra Chiloba was kicked out, the ghost of Msando emerged. Akombe made some interesting tweets, and Kenyans have also been making some very funny tweets as far as the firing of Chiloba is concerned. But why do you think Ruto, through Wambui wa Ruto, fired Ezra Chiloba? That's exactly what I want us to do here. Before we do that, in case you're watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. And without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. Why do you think Ruto decided to kick out Ezra Chiloba? Because there was an interview which was conducted, and Ezra Chiloba really heaped praise on Ruto. And he actually attributed his appointment to IEBC to William Ruto. I remember so well. But why do you think William Ruto has now kicked him out? And the fact that he's been kicked out on those grounds through an audit means even his reputation is being put to question. And he's being kicked out at a time when his colleague, his former colleague, is being referred to as the hero. Why do you think Ruto has kicked him out? Number one, Ezra Chiloba made one big mistake, failing to shut down the internet during Azimio demonstrations. And as much as he thought it was a joke, or Kenyans thought it was a joke, William Ruto's government really wanted to shut down internet during the Azimio demonstrations. And Ezra Chiloba actually addressed the media severally on that subject. But he did not succeed in blocking the internet. Of course, Facebook they interfered with, which WhatsApp I think they interfered with a bit. TikTok they could not, Twitter a bit. But they never succeeded in shutting down the internet, shutting down TV. That is the role of the Director General of Communications Authority. But Ezra Chiloba's hands were also tied. There are certain rights enjoyed in the Republic of Kenya, which means someone was going to take him to court. So the truth is, Ezra Chiloba was expected to shut internet. That's what Ruto wanted. So that Kenyans could not know whatever was happening. It did not happen. And currently, there's also serious debate on the performance of the government. And most of these debates happen on internet. The internet is still there. It's not being regulated. The other day you heard by your own ears, government plans to ban TikTok. And of course, Kenyans resisted. But in general, his failure to close internet is the main reason why he has been kicked out. Number two, 2027 presidential election. William Ruto is already planning and scheming for 2027 presidential election. So William Ruto must get his people in key and strategic positions in the Republic of Kenya. Wambui wa Ruto is the chair of the board, strategic. Then they must get someone else. Not Chiloba. They've appointed someone called Christopher Wambua as the acting. The guy will act. But ultimately, William Ruto is going to get his person. And I want you to note this. Probably a Kalenjin or a Kikuyu. But I'm looking at a Kalenjin. I'm saying this because the cabinet secretary is not a Kalenjin. So they're likely to have someone who is loyal as the Director General of the Communications Authority. Someone who will close the internet when they want, who will shut down the TV when they want, who will withdraw the licenses when they want, just for the purposes of 2027 election. So Ruto is already campaigning, and on the ground and also at the back end, he's also scheming on certain things. Number three, why he has been kicked out is the fact that he was appointed by Uhuru Kenyatta. William Ruto is currently kicking out any individual who was appointed by the former president. Ezra Chiloba is part of that victim. Of course, he had issues. But I don't think at the Communications Authority he had issues. The issues which he's being accused of, if you take each and every parastatal in this country, none of those MDs and directors generals would survive. None. But why Ezra Chiloba? The other day you saw what happened in Kenya Power. Nothing has happened so far. So the truth is, Ruto is kicking out Uhuru Kenyatta's appointees from any position they are holding. Number 4, if you ask me, Ruto is also keen on managing or taking control of the media. You can only take control of the media through the Communications Authority. Chiloba has been the Director General of Communications Authority for like now the 3rd year. He's been unable to control the media. So Ruto is bringing someone who will help him control the media. Because the truth is, Kenya Kwanza has always complained against the media. In fact, they began immediately Chiloba was appointed. Most of the media were pro-Azimio, and they've been complaining. The other day you saw what happened when Moses Kuria was on NTV. So the truth is, it's a strategy which William Ruto is intending to appoint this person who will be able to control the media. And lastly, and this one, I'm also sure, there must be serious tender somewhere. And Ezra Chiloba was standing on the way. Ezra Chiloba had to leave. Because why I'm suspecting this, why Ezra Chiloba had to leave, how was Mary Wambui appointed? There was a gentleman there who was serving as the chair of the board. It's called Gilbert Kibe. The guy resigned on a Friday. On a Monday, Wambui was appointed as the chair of the board. So which means the guy was actually forced to resign. And that's politics. And William Ruto is playing it so well. That's how you play politics. You don't joke with the power the way Uhuru Kenyatta joked with the power, to an extent that Uhuru Kenyatta can no longer enjoy his freedom in the Republic of Kenya. He can't enjoy his peace in Kenya. He had to leave, I don't know, to Dubai or to UK. Uhuru Kenyatta is out of the country because of the problems they created by themselves playing with the power. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Thank you guys. Until next time, this is Lee Makwiny. Bye-bye.